The information is presented for educational purposes only, is not intended to diagnose or prescribe for any medical or psychological condition, or to prevent, treat, mitigate, or cure such conditions. This information is only presented herein for entertainment and educational purposes only. Hi, I'm David DeHaas of Living Waters Wellness Center, and welcome to the Whole Body Detox Show. I'm your host today. Living Waters Wellness Center is a Treasure Valley's largest colon hydrotherapy center and best known for a 10-day cleanse and healing retreat. To learn more about colon hydrotherapy and detoxifying the body, go to livingwaterscleanse.com. Watch the webinar, The 4 Natural Laws of Healing. I was once a medical refugee seeking out how to heal my body. By the age of 30, I was suffering from numerous symptoms, including allergies, severe fatigue, constipation, brain fog, joint pain, back pain, psoriasis, acne, and eventually cancer. I spent about 20 years learning how to heal my body. Now I teach others how they can recover using the 4 natural laws of healing. Each week, we bring you the information you need to discern how you can heal your body. Welcome to the show. The information is presented for educational purposes only, is not intended to diagnose or prescribe for any medical or psychological condition, or to prevent, treat, mitigate, or cure such conditions. This information is only presented herein for entertainment and educational purposes only. Hey, good morning, everyone. David DeHaas from Living Waters Wellness Center on the Whole Body Detox Show. Living Waters Wellness Center is Idaho's largest colon hydrotherapy center and known for its 10-day cleanse and healing retreat. Each week, we provide you the necessary education and tools to detox and heal the body following the 4 natural laws of healing. To learn more details about the 4 natural laws of healing, go to livingwaterscleanse.com. Click on the link 4 Natural Laws of Healing. If you miss any parts of the show or you want to re-listen to certain segments, be sure to subscribe to our podcast, Whole Body Detox Show. It's found on any national podcast platform. So today's show, we will be talking about supplementation. Vitamins and minerals are essentials for your body to nourish and sustain our 50 trillion cells. You should listen today if you're concerned about getting cancer, if you want to know what to do to prevent a virus or a bacteria from causing you to get sick, or if you have the name your disease, you'll want to learn why you should be taking vitamin and mineral supplements. Can you get all the nutrition from your food? Well, to that, you might want to go back and listen to our show that we did. It's on the podcast. We did with Jim Zamzo, found on the wholebodydetoxshow.com. And according to Jim, we have in some plants lost up to 80% of our uptake of nutrition. That's a lot. So if you're eating the standard American diet, you will never reach optimal levels of nutrition. Further, if you exercise a lot, or if you're living in this smoky air that we're in right now, or if you're under a lot of stress at work or home, you will want to listen to the show to understand why nutrition is so important for your body. So as I mentioned, we have a webinar called the 4 Natural Laws of Healing. Well, the first law is we got to clean out the colon. Then we got to clean out the small intestine. And then we got to clean the blood. The reason why we want to do that is that your nutrition, as it digests through your intestinal tract, it's absorbed into the bloodstream via the small intestine. Now, if any of that pathway along there is plugged up, and the average person, they say, is packing 12 to 15 pounds, which we would concur with, because our experience here on our 10-day healing retreat is the average person loses about 12 pounds on average of just old, rotting fecal matter in their gut. Now that's a problem. If it's preventing the villi of the gut, what I refer to in the video as the shag carpet that absorbs that nutrition, then it can't get into the blood. Further, the blood's probably going to be dirty as well. So we have to clean up the blood, because that's how we send the nutrition to the cells, where it gets taken into the mitochondria and uses the fuel to make you go. I mean, make you literally operate throughout your day. Without nutrition, you eventually die. So for example, for those of you who've had osteoporosis or have it now, or for those of you who have hair that's falling out, for those of you who have nails that are weak, or your skin is maybe not as soft and supple as you'd hope it to be, those are all signs of a nutritional deficiency. If your eyesight has gotten worse, maybe it's dimming, maybe you've got some cataracts, glaucoma, that's all signs of nutritional deficiency. How do we know this? Well, there's ways and tools to measure the amount of nutrition in your body. And one of the tools that we've been using for a long, long time is called an antioxidant machine. And in just a couple of minutes, non-invasively, we can literally scan your body and show you how well you're doing. In other words, how much nutrition are you absorbing? If your number is really high in antioxidants, then obviously you're probably getting the amount you need via your supplementation and food supply, depending upon what you're doing. But if you're not, your number's going to be fairly low. And it's one of the key tools that I used years ago to discover that something was wrong with my body. And what I found out later wasn't just something, it was the big C word, it was cancer. And so it was a great wake-up call to say, you know what, David, something's going wrong. You might want to pay attention here. And of course I did, and I discovered what was going on. So the first product that I wish to talk about today is the first product that I really credit with saving my life long enough so that I could learn how to heal the rest of my body. And that is a multi-mineral supplement, a very comprehensive multi-mineral supplement. The company calls it Life Pack, and I can tell you it gave me my life back. So I take it, and the key thing is it got a lot of dense nutrition in it. And what you want to understand about nutrition is you don't just need to take vitamin D and vitamin C and vitamin E. You really need the full spectrum of vitamin minerals in a balanced formula so that your body can use it. For example, some vitamins and minerals team up to go to work in your body so that you can stay healthy. So, especially in these times where we have a high amount of smoke in the air. I just scanned a gal today, one of the highest people that scanned on my antioxidant machine. In fact, a year ago, she scanned at 99,000. This is a person who eats a stellar diet. She's doing raw foods every day. A lot of cucumbers, a lot of celery. She's got her diet pretty dialed in. She went 99,000. Today I scanned her and she was down to 64,000. So that's a pretty good hit. That's a 36% decrease. And it's primarily because of the smoke in the air. I've scanned my numbers. I'm down about 20% right now. And many of you, I'm sure, are down as well because it's something I've been tracking for a number of years. In fact, the amount of smoke in the air is so disturbingly nasty to your body, I would submit to you it's the reason for the spike in the virus increasing in people's bodies. So it's because you're under attack. You're breathing in a lot of filthy, nasty stuff into your body. So you want to make sure you're having the antioxidants. So let's just explain that for a moment, why that's so important. If you ever cut open an apple or a banana or a potato and you've seen it turn brown, you've seen it literally oxidize, oxidation or free radical damage. That's what causes the cells or the molecules in your cells to disrupt and can cause cancer in your body. It causes a lot of other issues as well. As I mentioned, eyesight can diminish, hair can start falling out. So it's really important to take a very comprehensive vitamin supplement. So the one I've been taking is loaded. It is not only loaded with your basic vitamins and minerals like A, C, E, D, folate, chromium, molybdenum. It's loaded also with green tea. So what's important about green tea is a very, very powerful antioxidant. I'm going to talk about it more in a minute, but green tea has been proven to stop breast cancer cells. So the beauty of this product that I've been using, and by the way, if you want to reach out to us, you want to come down and get tested, I really encourage you to have your whole family tested. It was a wake-up call to my family years ago. Some of my kids were doing great. I was doing horribly. Couldn't understand why, but of course it gave me the alert that, hey, something's wrong here. You need to check this out. And so I did. But it really, I remember my son years ago saying he scanned and his number was kind of low, and he went home to his mother and he says, "Mom, you need to steam me some broccoli. My number's low." So, the kids will actually tap into this and say, okay, wow, this is a valid number. It's and they've got that, that feedback so that they understand what's going on in their body. So a great tool to use. The other beauty of this is this product I've been using has increased its absorption by using a thing called nanotechnology. So literally some of the ingredients that you're going to take, like your vitamin E, your CoQ10, zeaxanthin, xanthan, those things, those are oil nutrients. What happens in your gut, the oil and the water don't mix well, and so you have a tough time getting those absorbed. They kind of clump together. We want to get that absorbed. So by using nanotechnology, they found a way to increase the absorption in your body. So another thing you want to be sure you're taking is not only just your basic vitamins and minerals, and I would say, if you have to, okay, if you take a very basic supplement, if that's all you can afford, but look, I would say budget $1.50 to $2 to $5 per day. I spend $5 per day on my nutritional supplement. And the reason why I do it is because I know what it does for me. It's been very powerful for me over the years, and I can tell an energy hit. If I don't take it, I'm not quite as alert as I'd like to be. So really important for you to be taking high quality nutrients. But this one's loaded. It's got green tea. You'd have to eat 50 pounds or 300 pounds of alpha lipoic acid to get the amount of alpha lipoic acid that's in this supplement. It's got, as I mentioned, resveratrol, which is very good, quercetin, very powerful. Just the product is absolutely loaded. But the important thing is you want something that gets absorbed. And what I love about this company is they actually guarantee to you that you're going to increase your antioxidant number in 2 months, or they'll refund your money. 2 months. That's a powerful guarantee. I haven't seen anybody else offer that kind of a guarantee based upon a scientific measurement. Hey, we come back on the next section. We're going to talk about more of the critical supplements that we take and use on a daily basis in my family, and we recommend to our guests that come to Living Waters Wellness Center. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. David DeHaas from Living Waters Wellness Center on the Whole Body Detox Show. You can't treat the body and heal it a piece at a time. You have to treat the whole body naturally. That's why Living Waters Wellness Center 10-day healing retreat is so successful in helping what I call the incurables back to wellness. Here's what a few clients had to say about their experience at Living Waters Wellness Center.
For over a year, I've been dealing with gas pains, stomach pains, and it's been waking me up in the middle of the night, so I never get a full night's rest. And last night, after my first colonics, I slept through the entire night without any stomach pain or any kind of issues.
I suffered from migraine headaches for 12 years, once a month, and since I did the 10-day retreat at Living Waters Wellness Center 8 years ago, I have not even had a migraine. I've not even had a headache.
I had back pain on my left side for about 20-25 years. After the 10-day healing retreat, the pain is completely gone.
To learn more about the 10-day healing retreat, go to healingtheincurables.com or call the office at 208-378-9911. That's 208-378-9911. The preceding examples may not be typical of your experience and may not be right for you. Seek the opinion of a qualified healthcare professional before determining if cleansing is right for you. Hello, welcome back to David DeHaas from Living Waters Wellness Center on the Whole Body Detox Show. We've been talking about supplements that I find that are critical that we should all be taking if you want to follow the 4 natural laws. And that 4th natural law is getting perfect nutrition into your body. As V.E. Iron said, if you follow the 4 natural laws, that's clean the colon, clean the small intestine, clean the blood, transfer perfect nutrients into your body, there's really no way you can be ill. If you have a healthy colon, you're going to be well. If you want to learn more about what colon hydrotherapy is, go to the website, watch the video, 4 natural laws of healing. Anyway, back to the main supplement that I take. I didn't get to finish everything that's in it, but one of the beauties of this product is also has a very unique form of omega-3s. It comes from krill oil, but most importantly, it's been nano. In other words, the fatty nutrients that you take, the oil nutrients like vitamin E, the omega-3s from krill oil, they're going to clump in the gut. And they're not going to get absorbed very well. But if you use nanotechnology, which this company developed years ago, you're going to see an increase. In fact, we see it all the time. We measure it. We see at least a 10 to 20% increase in antioxidant status just by using that nanotechnology. Other key nutrients that I find is really, really important is to have the carotenoid antioxidants. Carotenoids are really powerful because they recycle your basic antioxidants. So I'll give you an example. In the body, when you have a free radical reaction, the antioxidant is going to come to, if it's there, it's going to come to the aid and lend basically an electron to the atom that's missing one. So that's how basically oxidation occurs. The atom's missing an electron. So now it's going to disrupt the cell membrane. So what the antioxidants, what carotenoids do, is they'll recycle your basic antioxidants, vitamin A, vitamin C. They have one vitamin E, they have one life to give. They have one extra electron, and they're packing around at all times. They see a free radical reaction, they go, oh, we'll neutralize it before it happens. And they give that electron to the atom that's missing one, and they stabilize it. Well, the carotenoid family has up to 20 extra electrons, and so it can recycle vitamin C and E. And it literally says, hey, buddy, look at it. You've given away your extra. Here's another extra. So literally shoots it over to the guy so he can go and then perform that task again. So literally recycling the antioxidants in your body. Another reason why we see people increase their scores when they get on a powerful supplement like the one I've been taking. If you want to learn more about it to take it, just call the office, 208-378-9911, 208-378-9911. We'll set you up with a time. You'll come in And just mention, if you heard us on KIDO, I'm going to be very liberal today. If normally $25 we charge to have these scans, if you mention the show that you heard it this week, then I will give it to you for absolutely free. You can't beat that. You come in, they'll check you out, they'll give you a number, they'll explain it. Very powerful to have that number so you know where you stand. Other key nutrients to have. You don't want to lose your eyesight as you age, so zeaxanthin, xanthan, and lutein, those are all very powerful. You want to have some resveratrol, some CoQ10. So for men, you want to protect your prostate. You want to have powerful antioxidants. One of the other key products that we found to be very good for eyes and for men's prostate health is a juice drink called G3. It's got 4 fruits in it. The first one is GAC. It's grown in Vietnam, very unique plant. It matures in December. Big red-looking thing, fruit. Never been really in production full bore until Pharmanex discovered it many years ago. And they literally found it and decided to juice it up and see what it would do. And because they had this great little device, this antioxidant machine, that could scan the body, they scanned the body after giving a group this juice they made up, this GAC juice, for about 2 months. And they also then tested the people who didn't get anything. They basically got a fake juice. And it increased substantially. So one of the things we discovered over the years, now it helps, there's a broad spectrum of antioxidants in it because of the power of these superfruits, GAC, cili fruit, Siberian pineapple, and Chinese lyceum. Those superfruits are really powerful antioxidants. So what we noticed, or the feedback we got initially from my customers was, hey, you know what? I don't have to wear my reading glasses. My night blindness is not where it used to be, or I'm seeing better. So those are pretty unique improvements. The other thing was men's prostate health. So some guys are complaining, gee, I get up, I go to the bathroom several times a night, and they start taking the G3, and all of a sudden, you know what? I'm not going to the bathroom like I used to. And I don't have to get up every night and go to the bathroom a million times. So it really helps that inflammation because of the amount of carotenoid antioxidants in that superfruit drink. So very powerful. Again, if you want to learn more about it, just call the office. We'll send you some information. Call the office at 208-378-9911, 378-9911, or go check us out, livingwaterscleanse.com, and we can get you hooked up, and you can try it actually risk-free. Again, this fruit is actually guaranteed. If you get a number, get your scan, so you have to come to the office, get the scan, take the juice for a couple months. If the number doesn't go up, the company will give you your money back. But anyway, it's a great way for you to actually ascertain how well you're improving the internal body condition. And the beauty of it is there's really been no way to do this until this was developed by the University of Utah in 2002. So very unique instrument and very accurate. And it's a great tool. Like I say, my kids they've all bought into taking good quality nutrition, and part of the reason why they're so healthy today. So those are 2 key antioxidant nutrients that we take here and that we recommend to our clients. As I mentioned, it's got CoQ10 in it. You'd have to literally, there's 7 capsules in this product that's in a nice little pack. And the beauty of it, when I was scanning in a doctor's office some years ago, this doctor sold his own line of supplements. And what he loved about it, he says, I have to take and twist 28 bottles every day to get all my supplements that I want. And what's right here in this pack. And he says, this is beautiful, this is genius. So that's why he allowed me into his office, and he had me take care of his clients for him. This is many years ago. And what was really great about it is that he found that his clients, and so if you have struggled with taking supplements, the beauty is that this is really easy because it's just a pack. You can put it in your purse, put it in your pocket, and you can just pop it out if you go to a meal or you go out to dinner, so forth. You don't have to carry 28 bottles with you, just a little pack, a little sachet you can just put in your pocket. So very easy to utilize and take. Now another product that's really, really powerful you should all consider having as part of your arsenal, especially as we age, is a digestive formula. So I've been using the digestive formula that we use here at the office for, again, about 30 years now. And as we age, your ability to digest decreases because your stomach acids are going down. So you're not producing the amount of stomach acids you need. So for those of you who are having acid reflux, you want to be on a digestive enzyme because you don't have enough enzymes. You don't have enough digestive juices to break down that food. And so what's happening is putrefying and it comes right back up. So it's a misnomer about what's happening there, and most doctors will give you something Prilosec or some Tums or whatever to knock down the acids. That's the wrong way to go. We want to give it digestive enzymes, and we want to give it probiotics. And what I've found over the years is that the people who do that regime, they get rid of their acid reflux. See it all the time. I mean, I've had people who couldn't sleep at night without sitting up because their acid reflux was so bad. Put them on the products, they're back to sleeping normal in literally days. It's actually pretty amazing how quickly it can respond. Now, your results may vary from person to person, but I've seen a really short-term increase in people's ability to get rid of the acid reflux in their body. So that's another really important supplement to be taking is the digestive enzyme. The next thing we're taking is a probiotic. We have several down here, and there's two reasons for that. Probiotics are part of your microbiome, and the reality is if you've had at any time in your world antibiotics that you've taken, you've destroyed your microbiome, and you've destroyed the good bugs, bad bugs balance. And probiotics are really important to have to reset that. The one that we use is one of the key ones I use. There's a couple we use down here. We use a probiotic, prebiotic for those of you with candida yeast problems, fungal problems. There's a whole strategy that we use to help you get over that hurdle. But our basic one that we use, ProBio, is literally a general of the other probiotics. And what's crazy about this story of how this was found was that there's these scientists traveling country to country, and people would get sick from the food changes, dietary changes, but this one scientist did not. They says, well, what's in your gut? They scoped it. There's a unique strain of lactobacillus. So this unique strain is literally a general of the armies of probiotics. It literally goes in, organizes things. Very powerful, gets the stomach acids intact, and can help you get your microbiome back into balance. So that's another key nutrient that we really suggest that you prescribe to. Anyway, we're going to come back on the third section. We're going to talk more about nutrition. It's really important for you. I'm David DeHaas from Living Waters Wellness Center on the Whole Body Detox Show. Stay tuned. You can't treat the body and heal it a piece at a time. You have to treat the whole body naturally. That's why Living Waters Wellness Center 10-day healing retreat is so successful in helping what I call the incurables back to wellness. Here's what a few clients had to say about their experience at Living Waters Wellness Center.
For over a year, I've been dealing with gas pains, stomach pains, and it's been waking me up in the middle of the night, so I never get a full night's rest. And last night, after my first colonics, I slept through the entire night without any stomach pain or any kind of issues.
I suffered from migraine headaches for 12 years, once a month, and since I did the 10-day retreat at Living Waters Wellness Center 8 years ago, I have not even had a migraine. I've not even had a headache.
I had back pain on my left side for about 25 years. After the 10-day healing retreat, the pain is completely gone.
To learn more about the 10-day healing retreat, go to healingtheincurables.com or call the office at 208-378-9911. That's 208-378-9911. The preceding examples may not be typical of your experience and may not be right for you. Seek the opinion of a qualified healthcare professional before determining if cleansing is right for you. You can't treat the body and heal it a piece at a time. You have to treat the whole body naturally. That's why Living Waters Wellness Center 10-day healing retreat is so successful in helping what I call the incurables back to wellness. Here's what a few clients had to say about their experience at Living Waters Wellness Center.
For over a year, I've been dealing with gas pains, stomach pains, and it's been waking me up in the middle of the night, so I never get a full night's rest. And last night, after my first colonics, I slept through the entire night without any stomach pain or any kind of issues.
I suffered from migraine headaches for 12 years, once a month, and since I did the 10-day retreat at Living Waters Wellness Center 8 years ago, I have not even had a migraine. I've not even had a headache.
I had back pain on my left side for about 25 years. After the 10-day healing retreat, the pain is completely gone.
To learn more about the 10-day healing retreat, go to healingtheincurables.com or call the office at 208-378-9911. That's 208-378-9911. The preceding examples may not be typical of your experience and may not be right for you. Seek the opinion of a qualified healthcare professional before determining if cleansing is right for you. All right, we're back. David DeHaas from Living Waters Wellness Center on the Whole Body Detox Show. And today we've been talking about nutritional supplements that are very critical that we all should be taking, especially right now with the amount of smoke in our air. You want a really high quality antioxidant. And like I said, we guarantee ours that you'll increase your antioxidants in 2 months. If you don't, you get 100% of your money back. We have a device that can measure it. As I mentioned earlier, that you listen to the show today KIDO. The $25 fee that we normally charge to have this will be waived if you come in and try it for all the gifts on KIDO. So just call the office at 208-378-9911 or go to livingwaterscleanse.com and contact us that way as well. So we mentioned a very broad spectrum antioxidant supplement with all the phytonutrients and carotenoids. That product has about 40 antioxidants in it, so it's very, very powerful, very easy to take and consume. You only take about 7 capsules versus taking about 28 bottles you'd have to normally take to replace everything that's in it. I mean, it's absolutely astounding. No fillers in it, and it's very highly absorbed. They've actually done clinical studies on this particular supplement and proved that it decreases the oxidation in your blood, so you're not going to be oxidizing cholesterol and having sticky cholesterol in your blood. All right, one of the other key nutrients that's probably overlooked. It's very, 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 very expensive. It costs like $12 for I think it's $12 for 16 ounces and $27 for a gallon, but it's aloe vera. Guys, aloe vera is so important. This is aloe vera gel. I love the gel. We use it on a 10-day cleanse because we're here working to heal your gut. And one of the key nutrients that you need to heal your gut is aloe vera. Now, the problem with a lot of aloe vera, as I've shopped over the years, is that most aloe vera will have some kind of filler ingredients or some chemicals in it that there are for preservatives. Not really good for you long term. I don't like those, and there's only one company I've found that we've used only their product since the time began, since we started this company over 12 years ago, and that's a product called aloe vera, and it's from Aloe Farms, and it's a really great product. So really good gut healing. Another key product for you to consider is chlorella. We talked about chlorella on a show, I don't know, it's on our podcast. I won't go into detail about everything about chlorella, but chlorella was discovered in the 1950s. Fascinating story. And most of it is grown in the Far East, in Japan or Korea and those areas. And it's a single cell nutrient and a very powerful protein, but it's a great chelator of nutrition, a chelator of the heavy metals in your body. And most of you're drinking out of aluminum cans. You're like a gal that says, well, I drink a lot of this sparkly water and it's in aluminum. I said, well, there's sources out of glass. I would suggest you get those. So you have these heavy metals in your body. Maybe you've had mercury amalgam fillings. You've been using some kind of a device to prevent yourself from getting pregnant. Again, you're leaching minerals into your body. There's lots of ways to get heavy metals into your body. Breathing the air, for one, in this polluted valley that we're in. So that's a really cool, great product to be on. Another great chelator to be considered is bentonite clay. Bentonite clay has been around forever, but it literally kind of wicks up some of those toxins in your gut as it's going through. And then we like to pair that with a product called psyllium, especially for those of you who are not getting enough fiber in their diet. Now, if you're already constipated, we're not going to put you on that right away. We're going to get things moving first because psyllium is going to bulk up and kind of go through as a street sweeper, and we want psyllium in there as well to kind of move things through that small intestine, put it into the large intestine, and whisk it away. But if you're super constipated right now, we're going to take some other action with you. First is going to be colon hydrotherapy. We got to hydrate, dissolve, get things moving out, get that muscle working again, get it doing peristalsis properly so that gunk is moving out of your trunk. And when you do this, your brain's going to think better. You're going to be like, wow, I'm alive. I can think because all the neurotransmitters in your gut are in your transverse colon. For those of you who've been on pain meds, you've probably experienced this. Your brain got worse. You could not go to the bathroom because guess what? When you take a pain med, it shuts off transverse colon. That's how they get rid of the pain. That's all the receptors going to the brain right there. If you look at our chart in that video, 4 Natural Laws of Healing, you're going to see all those connections from the small intestine that go right to the brain. And you want to keep your brain functioning properly, then you want to do some colon hydrotherapy along with taking the good nutrition because we want to hydrate, dissolve that. So if you've got the opiate, they call it the opiate constipation, or what do they call that? I don't remember the term that they're using to sell you some product. The pharmaceutical companies are calling it, but basically opioid-induced constipation, OIC, that's what it's called. Opioid-induced constipation. Basically, you're shut down because of the pain meds. So we can reverse that for you pretty quickly. And for those of you who've been struggling for a while, you've been taking the opioids because of pain, because of some injury, I get it. I understand the pain's there. But what you're going to find, if you follow our protocol, not only will you get rid of the constipation, but that pain should go down significantly because as we're getting all this gunk out of the trunk, we're getting rid of the inflammatory cause, and that's a toxic gut. So if the gut's toxic, the lymphatic's toxic, the blood's toxic, everything's swelled up, you're inflamed, you're having problems because basically you're full of poop. That's as simple as it gets. You're full of poop. We got to get rid of that, guys. Another great product, especially right now. So those of you who are worried about viruses, bacteria, one of the key supplements that I use, and I use it when I was reversing my cancer, was a product called Reishi Max. And reishi mushrooms have been used for eons in China and Asia. And they knew that it had cancer-healing properties. And so Pharmanex says, well, what's in that product? What makes it tick? And so they did some deep research, and they found that it was literally a teeny tiny spore that was in this reishi mushroom. And if they cracked the spore, that would basically turn on your killer cells. And so they found a way to literally take, and rather than feeding you huge amounts of reishi mushrooms, they found a way to grow these spores in a process that would, and then they found a way to crack them. How they do it, I have no idea. It's a proprietary process, but it's really important to turn on those natural killer cells, especially right now when we have this virus that's going around. So I've been on reishi ever since I started on my cancer protocol years ago. Now remember, I didn't go through normal channels, guys. I took the road less traveled, did it all naturally. So I've talked about that on other shows. Not going to go into it deep here, but Reishi Max, very powerful moon booster. And you want those NK and T cells to be firing and wiring and going after it. They're literally kind of sitting there waiting for action. And so it's got to be woke up. So this proprietary formula, again, available at our office. Call the office, 208-378-9911. Come in and get scanned on the antioxidant machine. You need to understand what your number is. So anyway, it's a very high concentration. You won't find anything like it anywhere else. I've tried. It's not inexpensive by any means, but it is effective. So we've been using it for many years. In fact, in 2003 when it came out. Another key powerful immune booster is a product called Tea Green 97. Now this, you may have drank green tea, and what I'm telling you, I got to warn you, is that if you're not getting organic, stay away from green tea. Most farmers spray pesticides, and for some reason bugs like green tea. I have no idea why. Tastes nice to them, I guess. But you don't want poison green tea. A lot of heavy metals. There's an article published on this years ago. And Pharmanex only takes one harvest per year. Because here's how it works. They can get 3 harvests per year if they spray with pesticides. You don't want that. Pharmanex says, you know what, we're only going to grow one crop. First spring cutting, we'll cut it, and that's it. The rest of the year the bugs get it. We're not going to spray and put any pesticides on our farms. So it's a very pure strain, and the beauty of it is they take the extract called the catechin out of the green tea plant, and that's what you're getting. You're getting 97% pure catechin. So for example, in the pack that I take every day, it's got the equivalent of 7 cups of green tea per daily use. So you don't have to drink the green tea, and you take your supplement, you're getting that high quality green tea. And it's been shown, it's been proven to stop breast cancer cells, for example. So this product's actually grown in Zhejiang, and it's one of the world's top growing regions. Hey, we can come back in a moment and talk more in the final segment about products you should be putting in your arsenal. I'm David DeHaas, Living Waters Wellness Center on the Whole Body Detox Show. Stay tuned. You can't treat the body and heal it a piece at a time. You have to treat the whole body naturally. That's why Living Waters Wellness Center 10-day healing retreat is so successful in helping what I call the incurables back to wellness. Here's what a few clients had to say about their experience at Living Waters Wellness Center.
For over a year, I've been dealing with gas pains, stomach pains, and it's been waking me up in the middle of the night, so I never get a full night's rest. And last night, after my first colonics, I slept through the entire night without any stomach pain or any kind of issues.
I suffered from migraine headaches for 12 years, once a month, and since I did the 10-day retreat at Living Waters Wellness Center 8 years ago, I have not even had a migraine. I've not even had a headache.
I had back pain on my left side for about 25 years. After the 10-day healing retreat, the pain is completely gone.
To learn more about the 10-day healing retreat, go to healingtheincurables.com or call the office at 208-378-9911. That's 208-378-9911. The preceding examples may not be typical of your experience and may not be right for you. Seek the opinion of a qualified healthcare professional before determining if cleansing is right for you. And we're back for the last segment of today's show. You've been listening to David DeHaas. I'm your host on the Whole Body Detox Show from Living Waters Wellness Center. And by the way, again, that offer stands if you want to come in and find out where you're standing, where are your tissues, do you have the protection you need from the oxidation, especially with the smoky air. You want to understand where you're at. I had some surprised people this week that came in, thought they were taking some really good quality supplements. and they were spending a lot of money. I was able to save them money. I was able to show them an effective product, and they're going to come back in 2 months and they're going to see their score go up because they scored really low. They scored down where people who take no supplements. And you'd be shocked at how many of you, if you're taking just stuff, generic stuff off the shelf, you're going to come in and you're going to find that product has not been breaking down, is not getting absorbed, and you're not getting the antioxidant protection and the nutrition that you need in your body simply because of poor quality supplementation. So you want a good quality, but you don't want to span an arm and a leg and then have it not work, right? But how do you know? How do you know what works? You don't, unless you can test. And the beauty is we have a test. As I mentioned earlier, normally a $25 test. That only takes a few minutes. But if you mention KIDO and come in and call the office, 208-378-9911. We'll give you a free scan. You can't get any better than that, guys. 208-378-9911. Okay, so we've been talking a lot about antioxidants. We've talked about digestive enzymes, probiotics, aloe vera for healing the gut, the clays to absorb the heavy metals, the chlorella as well. We talked about some really super immune boosters. Look, I am not going to get the shot. Not going to get this experimental put in me. No way. And most of my clients feel the same way. And so what are we all doing? We are taking nutrition. We're eating organic food. We're juicing. We're taking good quality supplements. And if you're not, you need to get on good quality supplements. You're not going to boost your immune system. I don't care what they say. I will argue to the nth degree that you're not getting your immune system boosted by this jab. That's David DeHaas's opinion. I'm going to stand behind it. But I'm going to take my bet on supplements because that's what I've been doing for about 30 years now. And I very seldom get sick. And if I do, I'm out of it. Bam. Because I got my toolbox, my key toolbox of supplements right by my side. And that's why I invest my money in my health assurance plan. You know, most of you go out and buy house insurance, you buy your car insurance, you buy your liability insurance for your business, you're buying all these insurances. But what are you doing for your body? You need a health assurance plan. And what I mean by that is taking high quality supplements that you know that actually works. Because many of them don't work. I've tested, I bet you I've scanned 6,000 people or more over the last 20 years. And most of the stuff that you guys are taking, and some of you guys are spending a boatload of money, and you're absolutely shocked when you see your antioxidant number. And can you get it all from food? Well, let me tell you, of those 6,000 people I've scanned, I've probably scanned maybe a dozen that actually scanned decently without taking supplements. These guys have been working on it for a long time. Their numbers are up there where they need to be. But anyway, most of those guys, actually, when I showed them this, they said, you know what, I'm going to start taking the supplement. I want to see if I can boost my number. And sure enough, they got on a good quality supplement. Their number went even higher, even though they were higher than the general population. They said, well, you know, because what you want to do, guys, I mean, would you drive your car that needs 5 quarts and all? Would you drive it on 2 quarts, 3 quarts? No, you wouldn't. You top it off. You put another couple quarts of oil in to protect your engine. Well, think of your body as a powerful engine, 50 trillion cells that need your attention every day. It needs those vitamins and minerals every single day. Because if it doesn't get it, then it's got to rob them. And if your body doesn't rob them, we're in a problem. So for example, you didn't eat zinc today, or selenium, or vitamin C, or you didn't get any of it, calcium, or whatever in your body. So the body says, okay, the heart needs a particular nutrient. Where else can we go in the body? So this body sets up this big old alarm system off, and it sends out telegrams throughout the body. And different organs reply back. Hey, can you give us some zinc? Can you give us some selenium? Can you give us XYZ? And sure enough, the bone says, yeah, I'll give it up. And over your lifetime, the bone starts kind of hollowing out, giving up this nutrition to the essential organs, like the heart, the liver, the spleen, the kidneys, etc., to keep you going. Then pretty soon one day you wake up and you're in your mid-70s, and all of a sudden, boom, your body explodes. You fall down. And you break your hip. No, your hip didn't break. What happened is you exploded because of the hollowing out of nutrition in your body. That's why you need nutrition every single day. And most of us are not getting it in our diet. I can prove it. And science has proven it. And we know that. And we know we're not getting the amount of nutrition in our plants anymore. I don't care if you're buying organic. You're still not getting enough nutrition. I've tested it on myself so many different times. I went off supplements for a while, tried to just juice and get back on the supplements. I feel better. I see my score even go up higher. It makes a big difference to have this nutrition. If you want to protect your eyesight, you want to keep your hair from falling out. Or if your hair's falling out now, and you know who you are, of course, if your eyelashes aren't where they want to be, Your nails are thin. That's a nutritional deficiency. You need good quality nutrition. So, we've talked about the key ones. By the way, if you're missing some of this stuff, if you've been listening, you just tuned in, go check out our podcast, Whole Body Detox Show, wherever you get your podcast, on Apple, Spotify, all the big platforms. We're on it. Just Google us, Whole Body Detox Show. And this show will be out tomorrow. Always follows the day after this show. Protease. Protease is an enzyme. We talked about this in detail with Amy Rawls from the Transformation Company. So why do we take protease as enzyme? This is actually a particular enzyme that cleans up the blood. And remember, the 4 natural laws of healing, we got to clean the colon, clean the small intestine, clean the blood. How do we clean the blood? Well, it's a process. And the process that we use here is a particular process. I'm not going to go into it. It's in the video. Go watch that. And you're going to find that we can also enhance it with a thing called protease. It's an enzyme, a digestive enzyme. So we're literally going to give you that product, protease, and it literally goes in the blood and literally starts munching it down like chew, 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 chew. It munches up this junk in your blood. And you want that blood clean because why? Because you're spending good money to take supplementation and to get it into your bloodstream and go to the cells and heal the cells. And that's why it's so important to clean up the blood. And if we get that, get the nutrition, you're great. So protease is another great product, an enzyme product. Okay, so one of the things you'll be doing right now is getting vitamin D naturally. It's so smoky right now, it's really hard to do that. So in the wintertime, I definitely supplement extra with D3. Really good to get that, but you can normally get it from your sunlight. I'll go out and sunbathe when we got sun. We got smoke now. I don't want to be breathing smoke. And by the way, speaking of smoke, there's a way to clean up the air in your home. And you'll find this on our site at livingwaterscleanse.com. It's an air purifier, and this air purifier can literally come in and clean up the air in your home. And you want to go check it out. It can, and you can have an away mode. So if you have dog hair, cat hair, the cats have done something on the carpet or whatever, it'll literally oxidize and destroy that smell in your home. But the beauty of it is having clean, fresh air all the time in your home. And many of you have duct systems that probably haven't been cleaned out recently. You probably want to think about having your ducts clean and putting a fresh filter in your furnace so that you have better quality air in your home. Really important to do that. Vitamin C is great to have on hand. Extra vitamin C. If I get sick or have a cold or flu or whatever, I'm going to add that to my regime. Really cheap, inexpensive. I don't take it every day because it's in my life pack already. But if I start to get sick, I'm going to boost up on some extra things, and that will be one that I will boost up on. So anyway, we're talking today for long enough, I think. You want to check this out. You want to come down to Living Waters Wellness Center. You want to get your antioxidant scan. Okay, you mention the show, KIDO, that you listen to us today. We'll waive the $25 fee. You'll get scanned for free. And if you want to try the supplement, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. No pressure, your choice. But it's a great way to find out where you're at. Bring your kids in and show them too. Give them the education they need. We'll be back next week. I'm David DeHaas from Living Waters Wellness Center on the Whole Body Detox Show. You make it a blessed day. We'll see you next week. You can't treat the body and heal it a piece at a time. You have to treat the whole body naturally. That's why Living Waters Wellness Center 10-day healing retreat is so successful in helping what I call the incurables back to wellness. Here's what a few clients had to say about their experience at Living Waters Wellness Center.
For over a year, I've been dealing with gas pains, stomach pains, and it's been waking me up in the middle of the night, so I never get a full night's rest. And last night, after my first colonics, I slept through the entire night without any stomach pain or any kind of issues.
I suffered from migraine headaches for 12 years, once a month, and since I did the 10-day retreat at Living Waters Wellness Center 8 years ago, I have not even had a migraine. I've not even had a headache.
I had back pain on my left side for about 20 to 25 years. After the 10-day healing retreat, the pain is completely gone.
To learn more about the 10-day healing retreat, go to healingtheincurables.com or call the office at 208-378-9911. That's 208-378-9911. The preceding examples may not be typical of your experience and may not be right for you. Seek the opinion of a qualified healthcare professional before determining if cleansing is right for you. You can't treat the body and heal it a piece at a time. You have to treat the whole body naturally. That's why Living Waters Wellness Center 10-day healing retreat is so successful in helping what I call the incurables back to wellness. Here's what a few clients had to say about their experience at Living Waters Wellness Center.
For over a year, I've been dealing with gas pains, stomach pains, and it's been waking me up in the middle of the night, so I never get a full night's rest. And last night, after my first colonics, I slept through the entire night without any stomach pain or any kind of issues.
I suffered from migraine headaches for 12 years, once a month, and since I did the 10-day retreat at Living Waters Wellness Center 8 years ago, I have not even had a migraine. I've not even had a headache.
I had back pain on my left side for about 25 years. After the 10-day healing retreat, the pain is completely gone.
To learn more about the 10-day healing retreat, go to healingtheincurables.com or call the office at 208-378-9911. That's 208-378-9911. The preceding examples may not be typical of your experience and may not be right for you. Seek the opinion of a qualified healthcare professional before determining if cleansing is right for you.